Good evening, gang. It's Waits here, and welcome to another episode of the NBA Top Shot podcast slash YouTube channel. Uh, this is a bit of an update, market update slash update general, just a ramble as usual. It's the 18th of January. It's about 10:30 p.m. here in Australia, east coast of Australia. Kids are in bed, so I thought let's just see what the heck is going on today. And it seems like a lot's going on today. Luckily, I've got a few people I talk to on Twitter, and as you guys can see, so they fill me in what's going through today. Still got a daytime job. Um, but let's have a look what the wider world has done first, or is doing. Bitcoin's at 37,200, Ethereum's at 1244. Tether's still at $1. Jesus Christ, it's performing horribly. A little bit of exciting news that our guy Show 2318 has acquired an entire Cosmic set. Very proud of you, buddy. Um, we go way back. I think we've known each other for about a week. He came in. It's a pretty cool story. He came in. He asked about rentals, how all that stuff works, and within about 2 minutes, he's like, "Oh, can you help me acquire a LeBron James Cosmic?" I was like, "Yeah, I can touch base with a few people, see what's going on." He goes to me. I said, "What's your budget?" He goes, "Oh, up to 20K." Go, all right, let's see what we can do. I tried to talk him out of it. I said, "You realise the last one that traded was like 8,500, and that was Kai. He bought the last one before that." He goes, "Yeah, I'm happy to go to X amount." I was like, "All right." So anyway, long story short, he got something eventually. Next day, he broke the record, paid about 17 and a half for it. Can't remember, 17.9 something, and then subsequently that was broken again by someone else, which is good. He did trade down from like a 9 or a 10 to a 5, or I can't remember. He traded down to single digits anyway, which is a good move. And yeah, so I know he's been trying to acquire a few other bits and pieces, and tonight we find out he's got the whole set. So yay for Australia. Well done, mate. Anyway, I'm sure there's more exciting news on the horizon for yourself. So what are we going to talk about? Um, the market's been closed for a fair bit of the day today. You can see here on the intangible.market website run by our awesome mod Steve. The base set season one's gone up to almost $17,000. Um, metallic gold, last time I think we checked was about 29 or 26. Now it's at 45,000. Uh, okay, and what I wanted just to have a quick look at down the bottom is the Cosmic. Where are you? 217,000. So that's the first 30 legendary moments that were minted, and yeah, they have a lot of special meaning for a lot of people. Some of you new guys coming in, you'll learn what that means shortly. I'll do another episode, I don't know when, um, on the Cosmic and a little bit of history behind that versus the Holo, which is not even really a competition, in my opinion. But again, it's just another opinion. There's plenty of them around. And yeah, so that'll be interesting, I think, to talk a little bit about that. Talk about how some of those players came to be that are in the set, and just little things, odd bits and pieces like that. So, what else do we want to cover? Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. Tomorrow, we've got, as in Dapper has, another drop coming. It is a common drop, as you can see there, common, called the Cool Cats. So I'll do a little bit of just a quick review on this, just to see what's what. I haven't had a look at it. This is my first time looking at it as well. I do know from seeing it right in front of me, it's got 4 common base moments from Series 2. This is all Series 2 now, obviously, and 1 common Cool Cats moment. Okay. So who are we expecting to see? What's the price? So this is on the website, guys. Now, the other important feature here, and everyone should be very familiar with this, is first thing you should look at is this complete list link. Every single drop will have this. So do look at that, and that will tell you all you need to know in terms of what's in here. Okay, so we can see that it's 5,000 run. I knew that bit, and we need every bit of this. So if you think this isn't going to sell out, this will sell out. I 100,000,000% believe that will sell out very quickly, and I'll tell you why very shortly. So in terms of the individual moments, John Collins, Tobias Harris, Devin Booker, Derek Jones Jr., and Rui Hachimura, yeah, pretty decent players. Devin Booker, Rui will be the leading candidates in terms of price. Given there's 5,000, it is a common. There will be 5,000 minted and sold. Jerseys and number ones and all that aside, I think the floor on those will probably be. This is obviously a guess. Speaking from some experience, actually, I'll leave that aside. I'll come back to the floor because the floor is not going to be the floor because of what I'm about to say soon. In terms of the base, you could see there what's in the base. It's the 90 moments that we already know exist. I believe I haven't counted them up. Maybe there's a few extra ones in there. Maybe there isn't. But that doesn't matter. More importantly, counts 88. More importantly, look at the mint numbers that are included in this particular drop. So let's take someone popular, like the one we've all been chasing. Once we found out it was capped for all the rookies, but one in particular, LaMelo Ball. So and obviously LeBron James and the likes. Take him. He's just there. It's easy. 1 to 7,500. So all the mints are included in this particular drop for him. And you can see there's 1,286 of LeBron in this particular drop of 25,000 moments. Okay? Is it 25? Oh, you guys get the point. I don't know how many are in commons are in this. How many packs? You can work it out. It's a lot. But anyway, it doesn't matter. There's 1,286 of him in this drop. So whether you get lucky and hit 23 or 1, it might even be already out. Let's have a quick look. If LeBron should have this open already, so I'm just going to the marketplace just to find the season 2 LeBron base. That's one. Okay, trading at $28, so that's come down. And this is something to be aware of, guys, as well. You know, the rookies included. Yes, they're capped at 4,000, and their price will keep going up. You know, supply and demand, economics 101 makes sense. For the other guys that aren't capped, you know, he was trading at probably $50 at one point, maybe even more. So he's come down because there's just more people that are listing him, and then, you know, you're going to get that guy that wants to sell for 27, like me, or 26. I'm not selling any of it, anything really of his, if I don't need to. So let's have a look at. So there's, if you go to the circulating count, okay. So we know, you can see clearly there. Number 1 is hidden in pack. So that's hopefully in these tomorrow, maybe. And if we go down to 23, it is hidden in pack. So that's a pretty big deal, you know. One of us may score 23 or a 1 LeBron James base season 2. That'll be a big deal. Okay, we'll put that aside. So anyway, keep an eye on the spreadsheet. Very important. You know, if this said 24 to 7,500, that would not be as pleasant for me. For obvious reasons. So, yeah, have a quick look through this. See Zion, for example, 8 to 7,500. So not even the last mint. Well, it wouldn't be the last anyway, for the time being, because there will be more than 7,500. But certainly not his jerseys in this. May have already been pulled. So yeah, go through a couple of big names just to see what the chance of hitting the little jackpot would be. Obviously, for these guys up here, all of these are included, 1 to 5,000. They'll all be sold, all 25,000 of them. So we know there's 4 commons. You know, people asking on Discord, is it worth it? Yeah, it's worth it. Let me tell you. Been through a few of these now. I don't know how many, a lot of these drops. So I keep saying the value drivers, you got to look at the player and all that sort of stuff. But when it comes to these drops, you got to look at who the reward is as well. So in this case, you know, it doesn't get much bigger than this. It's Luka Doncic. So yes, it is a common. Yes, it's to 5,000. He will be very valuable to collect in any rarity tier. It doesn't matter. In this case, he's a challenge reward. So what that means is you'll have to collect. And if you go to your this NBATopshot.com, back to the other screen. So the pack actually drops in about 12 hours time now. So sets, I want to get to sets. Actually, so if you want to go to sets and just to find Series 2, Cool Cats. So there is Luka Doncic. So just wanted to show you where that is. If you wanted to have a quick look, you can see it's confirmed there. It's Luka Doncic. And you can see the play itself, so you can judge. Beautiful. Alley-oop to whoever that is. Couldn't tell. You can judge yourself the value of the play itself, because that does add some value to it. I think one of the guys on Twitter said they've spelt his hometown wrong, and my heritage is from these parts, so that is spelt wrong as well. So he is going to drive prices a little bit insane, even for a common, just because it's him. And the other thing to know is because it's a challenge reward, there will not be 5,000 Cool Cats moment minted. At best, maybe 1,800. I don't know, maybe more, because not everyone's going to want to do the challenge. We may not have 5,000 individual accounts that will do the challenge. For those of you who don't know, technically you're only supposed to use one account, but some people do use multiple accounts for multiple rewards. Not naming any names. So that's also going to, on the flip side, the reward, it's going to reduce that mint count to whatever the reward completed number of sets is. And I think the team does whatever's completed +3 now, just to make sure there's no disputes and blah blah blah. So that's why also you see some of these rewards, all of them, as a circulating count, and so it'll read 1,750 plus now for about a week, until, just to make sure there's no disputes and so forth. Once it's all cleared, it'll become a limited edition. So the individual moments will carry a lot more value than you guys think out of the pack. The cost per moment in this it's a $14 pack from memory. That's going off memory today. There is a blog post as well about this, so that's another important link to visit. So it's blog.nbatopshot.com, and then you'll see it front page. So it talks about who's in the pack, some links. and there's the cost: $14, 5 minutes per pack, four commons, four base commons. So do the math quickly. Each common costs $1. You can't go below $1. So assume every one you pull is going to be the worst one possible, which is not possible because just look who's in the base set already. $1 each times four is $4. So that common's costing you, the Cool Cats common is basically at cost $10. Some of these will be probably less than that ordinarily, but because Luca is the reward, there'll be more. So for some of you who don't want to do the sets, or who'll end up with one set in 3 moments, the reward challenge will be announced immediately after. Bring up something interesting on the screen. Will be announced immediately after the the pack sales. So you won't have to wait too long to see the price in the live market appreciating, whatever whatever you want to call it. So you'll be able to sell also into the challenge. Now I won't sort of delve too much into it because I'm going to do another video after this just to talk about a couple of different strategies around the challenges and what tools you could use and all that sort of stuff. Again, nothing's written. This is just off the cuff. If you guys find some value, let me know. If you don't, let me know as well, more importantly. And if you want to learn or hear about something else, that would be good. Just leave some feedback anywhere: Discord, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you want. So coming back to the challenge, it will be definitely worth buying this one. It'll sell out because of the reward. If the reward was, I don't know, who's somewhere here? Colin Sexton. Yeah, fine player, but he would not have the same pull, not even in the same stratosphere as Luka Doncic. So do remember that with these drops, it's not just the player, it's not just the mint size, but it's also the reward that drives the value. So it may be short-term lived, the value driver, but depending on what your strategy is, you might just want to profit out of this and bugger off, which is fine. There's enough space for all of us. Also, having said that, welcome to RC and his group of merry men and women. Hope you guys have a lot of fun with us. We do run a pretty tight ship type community. I'm hoping you guys will behave. RC was kind enough to reach out today, just to say he's more than happy to start banning people at his end who don't behave. So we really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Look, like I said, there's plenty of space for everyone here. This non-fungible token space and crypto space, whatever you want to call it, collectible space, it's all about giving. So we do tend to share a lot of the information. That's why I've created this podcast YouTube channel. I'm not in this for the money, nor for the time. I could be doing other things, but it's information for you guys. Again, I'll look through Discord. I'm answering the same questions 15 million times, which is good. I do like that because it means there's new people on Discord. But if I can get people to watch this, watch the other podcasts that Vegas and Keenan and Crypto and Luke does, there's plenty of resources around. But main point is we like to share. So don't spam. Don't come in here abuse people. Honestly, you'll last a couple of hours and you'll be deleted out of our existence. To set up another Discord and we'll do it all over again. But no, all jokes aside, very welcome guys. We're really looking forward to having all the group around and just enjoying this space as much as we have to date. So that's that. Just wrapping up this update. Keep hitting serious numbers. Market's been down, so that's been interesting in terms of performance. We did hit over $1 million in sales. The game did. So now it's at 6:53, but obviously the market's been out for ages. It's been out for 7 hours, and I think it's anticipated that it'll be out for quite a bit more, possibly even into the pack tomorrow. Now, I'm not too sure myself what's going on. Most of the teams probably sleep by now, so we'll find out soon enough. Um, but yeah, that's that. If you can afford it, participate in the pack drop. Buy what you can, because you will not. It's not financial advice at all. I'm just explaining my thought process and what drives values of some of these moments, just based on my own experience. I don't believe you'll lose money if that's what you're worried about on these drops. You know, it's not my place to say what you should do, whether you should be in this for the money or the collection or whatever. We're in it, I think, for both. It'd be stupid to say that I'm not in it for the money as well. If these things are worth, and lost you money, how long would you stick around? Don't know. Not a lot. Not a long time. Um, but like I've always said, for me, it's mostly actually the people that I hang out with, talk to on a daily basis, have a bit of fun. That's been a bit different in the last couple of days, to be honest, because I haven't sort of caught up with anyone regularly. It's just been putting out fires, answering questions, helping people out wherever I can. Um, but that's what it takes to help build this community in the long term. Well, we've already made significant paper money, if you call it that, but we've got a long way to go. I think, and the reason why I've done this, obviously, to help new members out and so forth, but also to document some of the stuff in history, because I think we are part of history here. The cardboard space has had a long, successful run. It's time to change that a little bit. I am a collector of both, but I also am very time poor, and I enjoy the blockchain and that community, so I tend to bat for both teams. More so the digital space than the earlier, just because of experience too, just dealing with people on eBay. You sell something quite valuable, next thing you find out, yeah, just nasty people out there. Anyway, rant over. Good luck tomorrow in the drop, my friends. Trade well, stay safe, and we'll catch up soon. Another episode coming at probably half an hour from now. See ya.